Good day, everybody. Thank you all for joining us for the Nicaragua Lifestyle Part 1 webinar. We're excited to explain to you all and give you all more insight into Nicaragua, but specifically on our property there at Gran Pacifica, and letting you know all of the amazing activities, amenities, and communities that are available to you. We're going to jump in here in just a moment, and I will introduce your two amazing hosts for today. But go ahead and find that Q&A section down below. You know where it is, and let us know where you're coming in from around the world. We normally have people joining us from the United States, North America, all the way to Australia sometimes. So go ahead and find that Q&A section and let us know. I see Ken is letting us know that he is joining us from Virginia today, James from Valrico, Jason is coming in from New Orleans. So a lot of North Americans here. Pepjin is joining us from the Netherlands. That's exciting. Thank you for joining us today. I know this webinar is a little bit later than we normally have it, but thank you all for joining in and to learn more about Nicaragua and Gran Pacifica. We have Linda joining in from Canada, John from Arizona. Nice to see all of you joining in on the line today. So let's just jump right in here. My name is Michael Fuller. I'm the marketing manager here at ECI Development. But today you're going to be joined by the amazing Mary Gonzalez and Giovanni Rodriguez. Mary, would you like to start off and introduce yourself?
Thank you, Michael. Hi, everybody. Yes, as he said, my name is Mary Gonzalez. Amazing. Hey, I'll take it. I'm the content writer for ECI Development, and I'm really excited to be presenting today because I just got back from a recent trip to Gran Pacifica, Nicaragua. And when this opportunity came up to talk about all the experiences, I said, why not? This is perfect. I loved it. I wanted inspiration, and I found loads of it. And it was also thanks to my co-host, Mr. Giovanni Rodriguez. Giovanni.
Thank you, Mary. Very happy to be co-hosting with you. My name is Giovanni Rodriguez. I am originally from Nicaragua. I lived here until I was actually between 16 and 17 years old when my parents sent me to university. I ended up actually staying 33 years in United States in the city of Miami. And 9 years ago, I wake up one morning and I said, I'm moving back to Nicaragua. So I live here. I currently live here in Nicaragua. I am actually married to a beautiful lady who is actually a dentist, graduated from the University of Miami. And I have a daughter, 6 years old, my daughter, Fiorella, who actually lives right here with me in Nicaragua.
Nice. I love that. And I met them and they were wonderful.
Thank you guys for introducing yourselves. As you know, we have an amazing team of people on our at ECI Development. You know some of the faces on here. Michael Cobb and Joel Nagel started this company about 25, 26 years ago. And we have our VP of Sales and Marketing, Rachel Jensen, who you've seen a lot on these webinars, as well as Val, our VP of Operations, Yaka, our database administrator, Ali and Juan, as well as myself on the leadership team. But we have a huge team. I don't expect all of you to see anybody on the screen right now because the text is so tiny. But we do have over 100 plus people who are a part of ECI, ready to serve you, ready to take you through that next step and let you learn more about these different countries that we have properties in. We pride ourselves in the building toward our goal of building communities to the Del Webb model. And what that means, if you're from the United States, you know there's a certain standard of building communities, whether you're finding the right location for these communities, as well as the type of timber that might be used, the type of construction material. So we've taken that model and provided it throughout Central America, throughout the different countries that we're in, from Belize all the way down to Ecuador. And adapting that same model for each and every community that we build throughout Central America. You know our motto. We pride ourselves in providing inspired residences for adventurous souls. And I know a lot of you are on the line today for that very same reason. So let's get into it and talk a little bit about Gran Pacifica. This is our agenda for today. We're going to let you know why Nicaragua is on the radar for a lot of folks, where Gran Pacifica is at in relation to the country, different things that you can do on site, amenities and activities that you can partake in, whether you're there for a day visit, there for several weeks upon end, or making Gran Pacifica your forever residence, as well as learning about the different communities that we have available so that you can find the right fit for you. There's communities ranging from tiny homes all the way to luxury customized condos and home sites that you can have available to you. We're going to talk a little bit about the staff and residents that are already there to welcome you to Gran Pacifica and then answer your questions at the end. So Gio, why don't you actually, before we jump into your segment, Gio, have you been to Nicaragua before? So as Mary mentioned and Gio mentioned, Gio's from Nicaragua. Mary visited a couple of weeks ago. I was there with Mary. It was an amazing time. But find that Q&A section down below and let us know if you've ever been to Nicaragua or if you have plans to be at Nicaragua in the near future. I know there are some folks that are joining us in December of this year, and that's really exciting, escaping the cold and coming down to the tropics. So we're excited to let you all join us there. I see a lot of people are saying that they have not been there yet, but they are planning to come. So this is a great opportunity for you to come down, escape the cold for a little bit in the couple of months coming, and experience all that Nicaragua has to offer. Gio, why don't you let us know why Nicaragua is on the radar?
Hey, Michael, I always say the question should be, why not Nicaragua? I will actually like to talk a little bit about my particular experience in the United States. I was actually living in Miami for 33 years, and I was a very successful managing hotel, 4-star, 5-star hotels in the area of Miami. While I was actually doing that, one of the things that I started doing on the side was actually buying properties around the airport, commercial property. And I ended up actually, buying a couple of properties around, making good money, trying to actually create an extra income, always thinking about, retirement, always thinking about, hey, I want to leave my last days the best way that I can with the money that I have. That was actually the idea. So I worked long hours, trying to actually, make the money, save the money, invest it for that moment when, you are like 62, 65, 67, whatever age, and retire. One day I thought to myself, something, I'm not going to wait any longer to 62 or whatever age. I am ready to move. I am ready to sell my house, my company, and I am ready to make a change. And I actually, 9 years ago, I made the decision to move back to Nicaragua. Why did I did something like that? Well, it was because I was looking for a place where I can buy with very little money, a beautiful property in the Pacific Ocean side of Nicaragua. I wanted to live that beach lifestyle, surrounded by nature with very little money. And I wanted quality. I was looking for quality. I was looking for standards, USA standards. I was looking for the quality of food because I am actually, as a good Italian, my background is Italian. I was looking for, the quality, the good vegetable, the fresh fish and seafood, the fresh, steak. but I was looking also for the safetyness, a place where I can feel safe, where I can actually, go to the movies, go to a restaurant, and I don't have to actually worry about anything. I wanted to also look, for different type of properties. I was looking for a beach property, and I was looking for a property in the Managua area because of my daughter. And what I actually ended up doing was excellent, because with, like I said before, with like 100, 200, 300, $400,000, I could actually have, two properties, one in Managua and one, in Gran Pacifica. So, and something, because of the extremely low cost of living, I was actually able to maintain both properties. And when I was in Managua, I will go ahead and actually rent the property that I have actually in Gran Pacifica to create some type of income. I'm sure, many of you love nature. I tell you something, my daughter, my wife, and myself love nature. So once in a while, we love to actually go to the historical treasures that this country has. I tell you something, I hope that you take the time to see pictures and videos of Gran Pacifica, but also what is surround, what is near Gran Pacifica, because we are in such a great location that's what I love about our property. We are in a beautiful, nice year-round climate, very near the capital, Managua, which is about 45 minutes, max 1 hour driving. You're very close to other historical cities like Granada, Masaya, León, and the white towns, which are actually beautiful. So I choose to move because I was looking to, I would say, retire, no meaning stop working, but retire with the money that I have and start actually having the time that I wanted for my family, for my daughter, for my wife, and for myself. Since the first day I came to Nicaragua, I actually was lucky enough to, I met Mr. Mike Cobb, and I've been actually working since the first day for Gran Pacifica. And like I said before, it's not about not working, it's about, coming to a place where you can actually have, what you want for a very little money.
Nice. That's awesome. And like you were saying with the natural and historical treasures, I'm really glad that I got to experience some of that. And it was pretty close to Gran Pacifica, so you definitely picked right. All right. All right. Would you like me to take this one over, Gio? So why Nicaragua? This curve is often used to showcase the growth that's expected. So as you can see from the top, we have Cancun, Mexico. I'm sure everybody knows Cancun, Mexico, or at least has heard of it. And then you have sort of in the middle there, Belize. So what this shows is countries that have already sort of peaked or are plateaued, Cancun, Mexico, they have hit it. They hit the jackpot in terms of tourism. They've been advertising, they've been in it for years. And then these are the emerging countries. And Nicaragua is right there too. It is an emerging destination. Again, we constantly say it is so stunning, it is so huge, there's so much to do. And tourism is finally like starting to catch on. And it is in the perfect spot right now for somebody who's looking to invest, because you are not looking at top dollar prices like you would find in Cancun, Mexico. In Nicaragua, you have all that beauty, you have all the wonderful amenities, you have everything available to you, but like Gio was saying very smartly, not at those prices. So this curve shows how you are in the right mind frame, you're in the right time to be able to invest in Nicaragua and watch your money grow. And you're going to get to that point in Cancun, Mexico for sure, if you jump in now.
I tell you, Mary, I just want to add one thing. Nicaragua, it's happening, and it's happening for a reason. It's happening because we are so close to the United States. It's happening because of very low cost of living. When I travel around and I'm actually coming back, I always do my own PR, and I start like meeting every single person that I see that is not from Nicaragua, and it's amazing how they hear about Nicaragua.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing, something. It's like half of the plane practically is from people from Canada, from United States. They're actually, lately we continue to see a lot of Europeans, which is wonderful. So I tell you, I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about Nicaragua to most of the people who wants to come and move here and have the quality, of food, of living that we actually have here in Nicaragua.
All right. I love that. Thank you for being an ambassador. I told you from the very beginning, you are an ambassador of Nicaragua.
And you know that, if they come, hey, I cook.
I'm going back then. I need to try some Italian food now, since you mentioned.
As a good Italian, we love the kitchen, so and we make it fun.
All right. So next slide. All right. Perfect. And this is just sort of a larger show to show the Nicaragua map itself. As you can see, Managua, Pacific Ocean. And there's also a Caribbean side to it with the Point Islands. We never got to go just because we didn't have enough time. But Gio, you've been?
Yes, it's beautiful. I tell you, Nicaragua is in the middle of Central America and is the biggest country in Central America. The nice thing is that you have just about everything. You have actually the Caribbean side, you have the Pacific side. And I tell you something, we have so much nature, lakes, volcanoes, as you actually experience, when you were here in Nicaragua. I tell you, our country, if you love coffee, I tell you something, the best coffee are from Matagalpa, right here in Nicaragua. If you actually love tobacco and cigars, Esteli is actually the place where the best cigars actually are made, right here in Nicaragua. If you actually like Flor de Caña, well, hey, good news, good Flor de Caña also here in Nicaragua. And then, something, I love to talk about seafood. I love to talk about steak. We actually produce such amazing export steak that actually goes, to United States, Canada, and other part of the world. I love to actually take people, to the right cities where they can actually experience all this. And most of the people, it's kind of like funny because I actually take, clients, to the fisherman town. And when I tell them how much they're paying, they go like, what? Are you sure? Like, like 50 Cordobas, which is like $1, I don't know, like $1.15, for a pound of pargo. I mean, think about it. And they go like, I can't believe this. And then I take them, to the other parts of the cities where they can actually buy, expert steaks. And they go like, oh my God, I mean, this is incredible. Yeah. So that's the part that the ones that we live here, we enjoy it because we get to really eat healthy vegetables, fruits. And then if you are into seafood, steak, or any other, I mean, like, some people love pork, and I tell you, you can actually just buy for pennies, and that's what, Nicaragua is all about. It's about, very low cost of living.
You forgot the cheese, delicious fried cheese.
Oh my God, yes. The cheese is amazing, and chontales. Yes. It's true.
I could have eaten like my weight in that fried cheese. It was so good.
I tell you, we produce an amazing mozzarella that I hope my family in Italy doesn't actually get upset with me, but hey, it's very competitive. I tell you, amazing mozzarella cheese here in Matagalpa.
Well, let me tell you. So since you've already sold me on the cheese and the beef, let's get other people coming down here because, well, the secret is getting out, tourism is growing. People have discovered the delicious food, the organic fruits and vegetables, and the low cost of living, the fantastic Pacific beaches, and, well, the Caribbean side as well. So this is just a few of the headlines that keep hitting on Nicaragua. It's never all bad news. The good news is what we need to focus on, and this is excellent news if you're thinking about Nicaragua. All right, we are moving on to the amenities and activities that are available at Gran Pacifica, and I got to enjoy some of these. We have golf, horseback riding, surfing, surfing lessons, and board lessons. I'm gonna say this. I tried surfing. Trying is the key word in this. I should have just gone.
I'm sure you'll get a massage the next day or something.
Right? What does that mean? Somebody else had to get a massage. Thankfully, I didn't need to. I actually had to go to Cerro Negro the next day. But yes, you can also get a beachside massage if the surfing is a little tough on you. And then, of course, there's delicious food at Sea Salt Restaurant. So when Giovanni's not around to cook you a steak, somebody else is around at Sea Salt to cook food for you, and they'll fry the little squares of cheese for you. You can rent bicycles. Oh my goodness! So we got to go do bike riding around the neighborhood, and it was so much fun seeing everybody out on the porch and enjoying their community. And then there's bird watching and nature tours. What I don't see on here, but of course we have to talk about, is Turtle Sanctuary. And yeah, we will talk about that later. But there's definitely so many things to do at Gran Pacifica.
We have Frisbee Golf also.
Yes, I did not know about that.
Which is very interesting. I tell you, I have played and it's really nice.
Nice. And then there's fishing. So while I was there, I actually, well, there's a picture of me sitting on a horse, but let's ignore that picture for now. There were some guests, actually residents who just grabbed the pole from the side and they just ran out to the beach. I followed them going, "What? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, I just came to fish." And they were just trying their luck out there in the water. It is just such a lovely pastime. I mean, you just, it was a father and two sons, and they were just having this little male bonding moment. I walked away after a while just because I wanted them to have fun, but what a fun little event right there, and just right at the beach. They walked from pool to the beach within 5 minutes, and they were trying their hands at fishing. And as I said, the surfing, which I know Michael actually got on the board 4 times. Very impressive. I didn't even try. I lay on the board the entire time.
That was a very exciting experience, just getting on the board. It's so amazing when you're out there at Gran Pacifica, from the many things that you're able to do. I mean, every day is a fun day at Gran Pacifica. There's something to do for everybody. And it's not only for the adults, it's a very family-friendly property. So we have kids that are learning how to surf. I felt like a kid when I went on the board because it was my first time. And Alejandra took us on the beach. We did a couple of lessons on the sand first. It was just a bunch of us practicing, and we finally got in the water. And I remember my heart was racing, and I was like, okay, what have I gotten myself into? But I eventually got on the board. And we went to so there are 2 parts of the property that you're able to surf. For the advanced surfers, you have the meat grinders area, and you'll find huge waves there. That's really for the advanced surfer. But I took myself down to Asochia Beach, where we did the beginner lessons. And it was really exciting. Like Mary said, we got on the board. There is a really funny GIF of myself that we share at ECI, but we're not going to share that on the screen today. Of me getting on the board
and maybe I'll send it to you.
And falling down a couple of times, but eventually got up. And when I was on the board, let me tell you the emotions that came over myself to know that I accomplished this in just a matter of minutes. It was really exciting to be able to be in the water that was about waist high. I'm 5'9", so waist high, and just getting on that board and not feeling afraid anymore. Just having the waves take you is one of the best experiences that you can have while at Gran Pacifica.
You know, Michael and Mary, one of the things that I want to share with the people that actually take the time to be with us today is that let's not forget that we are a community, right? And as a community, one of the things that I really, really love is when we actually have, like, for example, on Thursday, we have poker night. Okay, so the community, the ones that love to actually play poker, they play poker. Some people play chess. So we have different type of events, and the other things is our POA, which is the Property Management Association, does a lot of things for the community. Once a month, for example, they actually have a breakfast with the community, and we all get together. And I tell you something, it's really nice because the groups start like interacting, and then you actually start becoming friends with the other people, and that's what this is all about. It's about creating a community. It's about, like, hey, we have so many things in common, and that's why we all here. And I love that. I love the feeling of community.
Yes.
Correct.
I agree completely.
As Mary mentioned, we have horseback riding available. We did horseback riding through our teak farm that we have on site there at Nicaragua. And if you're in for the relaxation mode, or have done some surfing lessons and took a fall here and there, the spa service is what is going to come in handy for you folks.
Yes.
Everything from your typical mani-pedis to getting a full-on full body massage. Here's just a little quick GIF again of being on the board. That's not the one that I was falling down on, but just some folks there getting on the board and taking their surf lessons.
Yes.
I haven't seen this, but I mean, they did pretty well. Let me tell you. They're standing up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're doing way better than I did. I promise you.
And then Gio did mention that we do have golf, and you might be wondering from this image here, what are we talking about when it comes to golf? So we do have golf on site, your typical golf. We have eight or nine holes. Is it nine holes?
Nine.
But one of the fun activities that me and Mary got to experience when we were out there was Frisbee Golf.
Yes.
So a lot of the residents, they came online onto the property there and just played a round of Frisbee Golf. And it was just exciting to see that there were different activities, some that we didn't even know were actual games to partake in.
Yeah, so then there's the biking, and from this picture you see people waving to each other. One of my favorite memories actually was when Michael and I, actually there's like two memories in one, but when we were riding our bikes, I couldn't quite get the gears fixed, and then David, who's from the property, in construction as well, he stopped and he said, "Oh, I have kids, let me fix the bike for you." So he just stopped what he was doing, ran over, helped me with my bike, fixed it, and then I rode off thanking him. And then we turned the corner. Of course, we ignored the signs on the property that said one way. And we went down the wrong way and got stuck somewhere. So we turned around, and there's this lovely lady outside on her porch waving hello. And we stopped and talked to her for like 10 minutes. And it just really cemented it, like you were saying, Gio. It is a community. It is such a community. People are smiling and waving. There's the outdoor living. There's a porch, which creates that sense of, let me come out here and enjoy nature. And oh, look, there's somebody coming down the road. Let me say hello. And it just felt like you were in this little tiny village of people that just want to want you to have such a good time. So biking ended up being an amazing, almost philosophical sort of moment for me, because it really brought home the idea that, what Gran Pacifica has created is this community. And then, of course, swimming at the pool, eating delicious food at the restaurant. I cannot stop talking about this fried cheese, but it was so good. All right, so,
Hey, Mary, it kind of sounds like your audio is echoing a little bit.
Oh, dear.
On your end. So I'll jump in here for you in just a bit. But just wanted to show this little animation here for you folks. Not the best picture here. Really, when you get out on Gran Pacifica, you'll know what we're talking about. The sunsets are breathtaking. Just a small little stroll down from the restaurant and the pool area down to the beach. And you'll be able to experience one of the most amazing sunsets of your life at Gran Pacifica. Wanted to talk to you all quickly about a fun event that we're having in December. If you're able to join us in Nicaragua and at Gran Pacifica in December, we're having a Tortuga, so that's Spanish for turtle, 5K run. It's a runner walk event. It's a event that's for residents and locals to partake in. And we pride ourselves at ECI to always give back to the communities that we build in. It's part of our corporate social responsibility. And this is one such event where we're allowing the community to not only come and visit us and learn about Gran Pacifica and see the amazing things that are happening there, but also to learn about the turtles. We have a turtle sanctuary on site, turtle nesting area, and sea turtles every time this time of the year are being laid on the beach, are hatching to go back in the sea. And it's so neat to see these turtles come back every single year to the same spot to lay their eggs. So we have that program there with the Help Them Help Themselves organization. And we are, for this event on December 4th, so that's a Saturday in December, we are going to have folks talk to you all about the turtle sanctuary and why it is important to not only help out this organization, but to protect the environment so that these turtles can come back to their home every year, their nesting area. But also as a part of this event, all of the funds that we're collecting goes toward the back to school drive that's happening in Nicaragua with the Rotary Club there to help to provide school supplies to the schools in Nicaragua so that the kids can go back to school and have all of the equipment that they need. It also goes toward different little charitable events that we do. If you would like to know more about our corporate social responsibility activities, let us know. Contact us at webinar@ecidevelopment.com. You can contribute in many different ways. You don't necessarily need to be there, but do reach out to us and we will give you a lot more information for that. I'm really excited about this. We got to see it, as you can see in that little GIF at the bottom there in red. We saw that in person when we were at Nicaragua.
Yes. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, I had to switch over to my headphones because by the way, I'm in Vegas. So I'm having to do this from a separate location. But yes, we got to go and see this and witness Alejandro's hard work at night when he's trying to ensure that the eggs from these turtles are being protected. So it's an incredible event that's coming up. Yes.
And I just want to add something quickly that the corporate responsibility is something very, very close to the heart of our CEO and Michael Cobb and the co-founder, Joe Nagel. I highly, highly recommend, those of you who will actually be coming to come in dates where we actually are involved in some type of activity with the community, because we do a lot of things. We are actually involved with the elder people that need wheelchair. We are actually involved with the schooling. I mean, we're involved in so many projects. But it's also nice for someone who's actually coming and being actually part of this community that we actually have here in Nicaragua, that you experience also, what, Gran Pacifica is all about. Yes. So highly recommend that to come in those days where we actually have, something going on. We have actually, just be aware, we have a golf tournament next weekend. We are actually collecting money also for the time of Christmas, and the holidays coming. We actually buy a lot of gift for the poor people outside the communities in Gran Pacifica. So we have a golf tournament going on next weekend to collect money. But just want to make sure that that ask us, please, what do you have going on, so you actually get involved with us. We paint school, we do so many things. You will have a lot of fun. And to me, the most important thing is how close you actually get to a community that you can experience how lovely people Nicaraguan people are.
They really are.
So this is one of my favorite parts of the presentation, getting to tour the communities at Gran Pacifica. So Mary, would you jump in and let us know more on what you can find on the ground?
All right. Let me know if my audio ever goes off.
You're good.
So, okay, the beautiful thing about Gran Pacifica is its size. I genuinely did not think. You see the numbers on screen: 3.5 miles of beach frontage, 2,500 acres. We know it's on the Pacific. Walking into or driving into the property, landing we were at the Las Perlas buildings, and then you hear that roar of the Pacific. Oh my goodness, this is Gran Pacifica. It's beautiful. It's close to the airport, to Managua Airport, in the sense that it takes about a 45-minute drive to an hour if you're really taking your time. And with the great climate, there's golf all year round. And again, as mentioned, the community. There's already an established community. There's different little neighborhoods, and there's residents staying there year round. Some of them come down constantly, so there's this familiarity. And so when you walk in, you have people that you recognize, people that you've made friends with, and it's just a gathering of people who are similar to you. They love Gran Pacifica, they love Nicaragua, they've made the leap and they've come here. So they might not be staying in the same neighborhood, but everybody still just has something that they love, and they've decided to make that their home. And you all come together at some point, and it's just one of the most beautiful things ever. So for me, seeing and living a little bit at Gran Pacifica was amazing. And meeting everyone. All right, so this is the master plan. I'm sure, obviously the labeling is on there, but we have Las Perlas Oceanfront Village, which is where some of the first buildings went up. It's actually they just inaugurated in July the newest, the jewel, the Momotombo building, and it is stunning. It's on the beach, and it faces the meat grinders. And then you have the Mila neighborhood, which is formerly Casita Village, and now it's Mila. We have San Diego Viejo, which has the gorgeous Spanish colonial style buildings throughout, and it's just got mature trees, landscaping, just stunning. And then there's the Santa Barbara home sites. And then we move a little closer to the Azuchillo Beach area, where we have Ava, which has been possibly one of the most sought after neighborhoods in the Gran Pacifica of late. And it is a tiny home community. And it has just blown up. People just love the concept. It is kind of an agro community, self-sustainable. It's they're tiny homes, yes, the footprint is tiny, but everything is just centered around being able to enjoy the year-round wonderful climate with gardens, palapas, like yoga palapas, a little community gathering spots. There's the river that runs near it. I mean, talk about stunning. And then it's just a few minutes walk and you're on Azuchillo Beach. And actually the building, the new community that's coming up that's truly beachfront is the Bella community. So, and then obviously towards the back, you can see that there's the teak farms, because Nicaragua also lends itself to growing teak. So Gran Pacifica is massive. But when you look at it from this map, you have your different concentrations of neighborhoods, and there's communal gathering spots, and you never feel out of place. There is community everywhere. As you can see. So the bottom photograph shows just a recent photo. When we were there, we took the drone and were able to get some fantastic aerial shots. And it shows this has these stunning buildings throughout the different neighborhoods. There is an established community here. We're not just selling you a floor plan. There are buildings, there are homes already, and look at that water out there. There's 3.5 miles of that, unspoiled beaches. And people coming together. There's the golfing. You can just sit out and enjoy the delightful breezes of the Pacific.
Yep, and I just want to mention here. Oh, go ahead, Gio.
No, just be aware, Mary. The area that I drove you by and all that, which is San Diego Viejo, and then the other areas, you have very close to 80 houses already built, without including Las Perlas building, and without including Momotombo, and without including the new projects of Bella, Eva, and Mila. Yeah. So there's a lot of houses already built, plus all the houses being built.
Are being built now.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, Gio. This snapshot doesn't really do a lot of justice here. That's just some of the homes that are built there. Toward the back is some of the Gulf area where you see a lot more of the flatland there. But there are, within all of the communities, construction happening, buildings already up. And really the sense, like Mary and Gio has said, of community. It's not just renderings that are pretty on a screen.
Yeah, that photo is more like where the golf course is located. So that's why I wanted to actually make sure that people understand what they're seeing.
That is just a snippet. That's just a piece of Gran Pacifica for sure.
It's 2,500. So it's just a very small piece.
Yeah, that is a tiny piece, a sliver. Yeah.
But for somebody who loves golf, hey, I tell
that's a great picture.
Yes.
Okay, so we're moving on to the Eva, which is the Eco Village Azuchillo neighborhood. These are, and the word there is sustainable, eco-friendly, tiny homes. They're a small footprint, but they have lots of style, and they're located in these. I would almost call them like little pods, but they're not. It's just the way that the design was set up. And it's just really, truly stunning. There's going to be, there is a common area, restaurant, bar, natural pools, and of course, Azuchillo Beach nearby. I mean, it is walking distance to Azuchillo Beach, just a few minutes.
I tell you.
It's like 2-3 minutes walk the most.
Eva is one of my favorite communities inside Gran Pacifica. And I will tell you why.
Tell me.
Well, first of all, is actually located in Azuchillo Beach, which you have actually been there. It's in walking distance. It's just right there. Some of actually the Eva houses from the second floor, you can actually see the ocean and the river. Like, I mean, it's just beautiful, and all the jungle behind you and all that. And what I love the most is the price. I have to be very honest. I mean, like, for that price, being so close and in the right place in a community like Gran Pacifica, I'm in with Eva. Actually, I saw a piece of land that I used to own in Gran Pacifica because my wife is putting a little bit of pressure. So, so let's see. I have to actually do some numbers, but I do actually love Eva. It's one of my favorite projects.
Yes, and adding to that, beyond it being just really beautiful, tiny little homes, they're also fully off-grid, which, for somebody who's looking to live a more eco-friendly type of life, being fully off-grid is something that just draws people. And we feel that that's actually, with everything that's happened in the past year and a half or so, people are looking for alternative locations, alternative options, and Eva is offering all of this. And,
Mary, yes? I'm a numbers guy. I actually did my own numbers, and it's music to my ears when it comes to return on investment. So when I'm not there, I can rent it, I can make some money. So when I'm there, I can actually enjoy it. So I love it. I love it.
I'm so glad that you're so practical.
I love Eva. It's a great.
I'm the dreamer and you're the numbers guy. Together we make it all happen. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. And here's the it says September 2021. This is one of the more recent snapshots that we took from the air of the buildings going up in Ava. So as you look at that, I mean, the water is so close by. You just cross and right down there. That's where you're at Asachio Beach. And they're coming up nicely. All right. So there's going to be some communal gathering spots like the pool area, the restaurant bar area. And then of course, the way the buildings are designed, you get to really truly live out, spend a lot of the time outdoors to enjoy what you're truly here for, which is nature and community.
One of the things that I want to add here, Mary, is
Yes.
for people who are actually, watching us right now, is Eva is located in such a great location because you have the ocean in front of you, and then on the back and right side, you have the river.
Yes.
So practically, you're actually between two beautiful, the river, the ocean, and the jungle around you. So the common area, like the pool area, for example, and these pictures that you have right now,
Yes.
are very close to where the river is. So you can actually be there relaxing, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like great location because
Yes.
of the jungles, feeling that you have in the river and the ocean. Is just a very nice feeling.
Surrounded by water views, and
Yes.
people are
Yes.
drawn to water. So yes,
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
that. Awesome. And then we have Mila. Now, Mila is modern innovative lifestyle alternative, and it is a newer community. It's formerly Casita Village. So this was a neighborhood that was already established, but we decided to take it and reintroduce newer designs, more modern designs, and also offering not tiny homes, sort of we initially said mini, and then we decided, no, it's actually right-sized homes. We're like Goldilocks. We're going like too small, too big. The right-sized home at Mila. And so it's offering hybrid solar systems. So you have that option. And then it's really focused again. And this is, I think, a driving factor at Gran Pacifica, the community vibe. So here we are talking about like a communal garden, a gathering spot. People can have their orchards. Well, the community has its orchard. There's a community garden where you can just grow your own fruits and vegetables and really genuinely come together as a collective to, kind of live a little sustainably. And it's a short walk from all the different areas. It's a short walk from the Meat Grinders beach. And the homes are 1 or 2 story. And again, as we said, the right-sized homes.
Yeah, I tell you, Mary, you know what I love about Mila, and I have actually thought about it too, is the fact that this is the right house for somebody who wants to actually come and just spend like 3 months or 4 months out of the year for whatever reason. It's the right side of a house that you can actually be there and you don't have to go nowhere. And the other thing that I like about it is that this type of houses are well rented in Gran Pacifica. These are well rented houses because they're the right size.
Yes,
They're actually
yes,
well
exactly.
rented. Yes, they're well rented most of the time. I'm telling you, because as you're aware, I was actually in operations. Most of the time, this type of houses, if you don't call ahead of time, you won't find it available. They will all be rented. So it's the right house for somebody who wants to either live there or wants to live, part of the year and then rent it. It's a very, I would say, unique, market, house for different reasons.
Well, when it comes to when you compare Ava, Mila, Ava is small. If you're looking for something like for a family, Ava is perfect for a couple. But if you're
Yeah.
looking for if you're looking for a little visit to Gran Pacifica, maybe with your two children, a Mila home is a much better option.
Yes.
You guys say like, where are you
And you
gonna?
know, Mary, you just right there. Yes. I think Eva is more for, you know, one, two, you know, a couple, somebody who wants to actually, you know, own a property, come stay there, you know, a while, and then, you know, rent it. But Mila is more for somebody who wants to actually come and spend longer term in, you know, Gran Pacifica, and then, you know, trying to actually find the best return on their investment, because it's the type of house that
Yes.
is, I would say, people look the most in Gran Pacifica.
Yes.
Remember something, Latin people, which is the market, they're well known to have, you know, the wife, you know, the husband, and then 2 or 3 kids.
Yes.
So that's why it rents, you know, very well.
Yes. Gotcha. And we have what I call the crown jewel.
Oh my God, I love Bella.
Yes, I knew
You know
you would
something,
say
I don't
that.
know who put the name of, like, you know, Bella, but
It's
I think
perfect.
it's the perfect name for, you know, those.
Bella, que
Yes,
bella.
yes.
So it is a beachfront eco lifestyle alternative. And what it is beachfront. This is it. This is the beachfront homes. They're luxurious beachfront homes right at Astucio. So as we were saying, there's Eva and then Bella directly in front of the beach. And so you're talking spending your days just enjoying that surf, probably better surfer than some people. And you enjoy that wonderful time out on the beach and the water. You get to go do all these amazing activities, and then you come home to this sanctuary. Really, the word is sanctuary. And these homes are designed again with sustainable gardens. There's going to be, you know, shared orchards, because I really feel that sense of community. You might have this luxurious home, but you came here, you came to Gran Pacifica because you enjoy that sense of community, and to be able to have this fabulous home, but also still be able to mingle with your neighbors and enjoy your time together. Talk about ideal. So this is Bella.
I tried to convince my wife that because I'm Italian, Bella will go better with me. But she already told me, no.
I'll put in a word to forget for you. Don't worry.
She already told
Look
me,
at
like,
these stunning
honey,
renderings.
don't go there. You will never be able to leave that terrace area with your glass of wine. So
You're working
I'm
on
out.
it. These houses are beautiful. I mean, Gio, I see why you want to live in
Oh my
one.
God, that is the community.
The
I tell you
design.
something, that oceanfront view, oh my God, it's beautiful.
I know. I kind of want a home there too. I'm gonna work really hard.
But hey, you know something? Hey, it's the good thing is that we have a little bit of everything for, you
Yes,
know, for
for
different type
everyone.
of, right? So that's what it matters.
Yes.
I tell you.
Gio, you want to tell me a little bit about these particular buildings?
Well, yes, of course. Actually, the Ocean condo, which is the one right there in the picture, that is Las Perlas. It's
Oh,
a beautiful. I tell you, the all front beach view, right? This particular one, it's actually really amazing because it's the right size. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. You have your little, you know, your little KitchenAid. You have, you know, your little, you know, living room area, and then you have your dining table, which, you know, it's like a small dining table for 4 people.
oh,
But
nice.
yes, and you have your terrace, which is actually facing the like I said before, is ocean front
Yes.
view. It's nice. It's the right, you know, side for somebody who, like I said before, like Eva. You go there, you go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know, it's the right side, and also it's the type of apartment that rents very well because you have a lot of couples. all these apartments, they have sofa bed, so up to 4 people can actually
Okay.
sleep there. So for example, if you're a couple and you have 2 kids, that's the right apartment. Yes.
Perfect.
I love San Martin Casita. I tell you, it's just the right casita. It's in the right place for the right price. This is, like I said before, this is like the perfect house, like the Mila house for somebody who wants to spend longer time, like 3 months, 4 months out of the year, and then, have a good return on investment, because this is the type of house that, I mean, you won't believe how many people request this type of house. I was actually talking to a client today, and he actually called me because he couldn't believe that we were already sold out for December. Like all the holidays and houses, we're completely sold out. We just actually have, a few apartments available. And I was actually trying to see how can I actually help in and accommodate in. But this is exactly what happens in Gran Pacifica, more, like on the weekends, on holidays.
Great
Since we're
rental
so close,
potential.
yeah, since we're so close to Managua, people wants to drive the 45 minutes, spend the weekend or, a week or whatever. And then, when they go back home, they don't want to be tired driving 3 hours or 4 hours. They prefer that 45 1 hour, driving from Managua.
Nice, nice. I love it. And then if you wanted a bigger one, you have the 3-bedroom homes, or you have a luxury villa as well.
Yes, actually, yes, we do actually have it. Like I said before, it all depends, what are you looking for? What is your needs? What is the purpose of you actually buying? Are you buying, for yourself? Are you buying for return
That's
on
it.
investment? Are you actually buying it because you actually live in somewhere in United States, Canada, or, where it's actually cold and you want a place that you can call home? And then after 3 months or 4 months, you
Yes.
can actually just, go back home. Or are you looking for a place to come, live, and work from there? We have actually a lot of young people. I'm amazed how many young people are actually living in Gran Pacifica. I tell you, they're actually working from their home. We have actually some, people who are Europeans that they're. He's an architect, and he actually, works from his computer and all that. Like I said before, you have so many people working from Gran Pacifica. And I tell you something, it's a great feeling, because when I moved here to Nicaragua, I was like 40, 46. I think 46 when I actually moved here to Nicaragua. So, and these are young people, like, 42, 41, 42, that range. It's really nice to see that they're actually able to move here,
Yes.
enjoy life, and be able to work from here.
Yes. That's the beauty of this place, for sure. And I mean, who wouldn't want to go work in a gorgeous place like that?
Oh my God, I tell you, it's I get jealous when I see them, in their laptop,
Me
like right
too.
there by the pool, like working. I'm like, only
Yes.
in Nicaragua.
All
I
right.
did want
So
to jump in and touch base here. I know we did some of the communities and went into a little deep dive on some of them. And I see a lot of questions coming in for specific communities
Oh.
and phases and how to reach out and get more information. We're actually having a webinar for the EVA community next week, followed by a webinar for Bella the week after that. And then we're going to have 2 other webinars in December, one on Mila and one on another condo, Messiah. So what we'll do is, in the follow-up emails that we will send out to all of you all, we will send out a brochure for Gran Pacifica, so that you can read up and do a little bit more of your own research on the communities that are of interest to you. What I would suggest is reaching out to us thereafter and let us know the specific information that you would like to learn more about, and definitely tune in into the community specific webinars that are coming up. We'll definitely reach out to all of you and send you those invites so that you can tune in. But I did want to take a few minutes here to pause on this specific slide. Over the past 18 months, we've almost reached 100 homeowners that have made Gran Pacifica their home. I think the final number here was 99. And as you see on one more as you see on the screen here, I think actually that number surpassed over the last week or so, but the Ava homes, like Mary mentioned a while back, were and Gio mentioned this as well, super popular, these tiny homes, especially if you're looking for that return of investment, but also if you're a digital nomad like myself, like Mary, like Gio, and we're hopping to different countries and doing our work from different locations, an Ava home is perfect for you. But as well as the homes in the different communities. So please do reach out to us so that we'll send you again that brochure so that you can see availability, so that you can see the different communities, do a deeper dive yourself and learn more about what you would be fully interested in. And then definitely tune in into those webinars. I do note here, and we're going to jump into a video real quick. I know we have a couple minutes left. We're right on the hour here, so I don't want to take too much of your time more. But our residents are really, really happy with the entire process. We're not here to just sell you on a home. We're here to make this an experience for you. We're developing inspired residences for adventurous souls like yourself. And I did want to just read out two of the testimonials that we had here. One from Sasha. You're going to see her on the screen in just a minute, but Katie, one of our property consultants, really worked along with them to help them customize the home of their choice. You don't have to set into a specific community or a specific home type. We are here to help you build the type of home that you would like. So customize it. Let us know what you want available. You know, maybe you want a bit of Eva mixed with a bit of Mila, and we'll combine and figure out a solution for you. And then Douglas here letting us know that it was what made him choose to own at Gran Pacifica was that as a company, we accept cryptocurrency. We're one of the few companies in the region that does that. So if you are somebody that wants to invest with cryptocurrencies, and we do allow a few set of coins, Bitcoin being one, Monero being another, but we do accept cryptocurrency if that's what you're looking for to own with us at Gran Pacifica. So let's just jump quickly here. I hope this video plays. But this is a quick testimonial here from Sasha and Grant and their experience owning at Gran Pacifica.
For us, that made the most sense. We knew that we wanted to come here and experience living in Gran Pacifica. So we reserved something and we came as quickly as we could. Yeah. And then we spent our time walking around, looking at the property. And, you know, everybody has different desires and needs. And, you know, we have a dog, and, you know, the Ava homes are great, but, you know, for whiskey in a tiny home, it wasn't quite right. Yeah. You know, we needed something a little bit bigger. And, you know, but we kind of needed to be here to see it in person to make that decision. And it's just like if you buy any home, really, you know, if you're planning to live there for a long time, it's a good idea to go and see what that neighborhood is like before you actually buy something. If you're buying something as an investment, maybe that's not quite as high a priority, but you know, it worked well for us. And I'm really glad that we came before we made an official decision, because we did change our mind a little bit. And it's a lot of this, exactly. Yeah. And everyone who we've met who's come here, they're all really excited about their homes that they're building, and they're building all over in different neighborhoods. And you know, everybody's happy with their own choice.
So there you have it, folks. Just a quick few points from that video. We are a dog-friendly, pet-friendly community. Yes. So that is an option for you if you want to bring down your furry friend or furry friends with you. And also the idea of customization. They originally came down to own a Eva home, a Mila home, and they wanted to expand on their property, taking what was there for Mila with some of the concept of Eva,
Eva.
building something
Yes.
that was the right size for them and their dog. And Katie helped them customize that. So they've now found the proper lot, that the proper home site that is available for them to build this customized home on.
So that's that.
And we did want to end off the webinar here with a little treat for you all. We're going to definitely send this over to you in that follow-up email. This is one of the signature
Cheers.
drinks at Gran Pacifica, the Makua. I hope I pronounced it properly.
How do you pronounce it, Gio?
Makwa.
Makwa.
There we
Yes,
go.
Makwa. Yes,
Thank you.
it's a national drink. I'm going to tell you right now, it's highly delicious, but it's like, okay, this is like so juicy, very good, but be careful. don't put too much.
Okay.
It's very good though. It's very good. It's one of my favorites.
And this is our team of amazing property consultants.
And there's Katie.
Yeah,
the
Katie,
superstar.
but everybody on the screen here, along with the rest of the team, we're happy to help you get on this journey. Please do reach out to us, of course, at webinar@ecidevelopment.com, and we will get you started on your journey of Nicaragua, not just owning at Gran Pacifica, but on your journey of Nicaragua.
Michael, I just want to
go ahead.
remind everyone that, like myself and Leslie, for example, we are here based in Nicaragua. So whatever you need, if you need, sometimes I do actually, on WhatsApp, we communicate, with clients or whatever. If you need a video, if you want to see it yourself, we do, we spend our time in Gran Pacifica. So whatever you need, we're here to help.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up, Gio, because these folks, Gio, Leslie, on site, they're able to give you a virtual tour. Just request it from them, schedule it out, and they're able to take you on, take all of your questions, and let you see in person while they're there some of the property and the different sites and things to do at Gran Pacifica.
They're definitely some of the more hardworking when they're going around taking those videos and prepping. It doesn't matter what, they're just like, oh yes, I'm here. Let me take that video. Let me send it over to you. So kudos to you guys for doing such great work on the ground at Gran Pacifica. We really appreciate it, guys.
I really appreciate it too. Thank you for the invitation, Michael. Thank you for being actually with me, Mary. And thank you to everyone who's actually joining us today. We really appreciate your time, and thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Absolutely. We're going to, I know we're already over the hour, but let me just go ahead and answer maybe 4 or 5 questions here. And then for all of the folks who we have not answered your questions on the line, we're going to definitely have our property consultants reach out to you and have those questions answered. I see Linda asking, how do we find out when you're having events? We do post these regularly on our social media page on Facebook, Instagram, and we do share those as well from time to time via email. So if you would like to know about the upcoming events that we're having at Nicaragua, please do check out our Gran Pacifica Facebook and Instagram page. Those are the most up-to-date and recent to provide you with information. But if you'd like anything specific, if you'd like to know more about our corporate social responsibility activities or just fun activities happening on site, do reach out to us at webinar@ecidevelopment.com, and we will provide you with more information on that. There's another Linda that asks a question regarding horses. If there are facilities for horses on site, any stables and trails? Yes, we do. We actually had a nice time riding through the teak farms with Gio and Mary, but the horses are housed in stables.
Yes.
And I believe we could provide you with more information if you'd like to learn about owning your own horse and having one down there at Gran Pacifica. What I'll do is I'll have Gio reach out to you, Linda, to provide you with a little bit more information about the possibilities regarding that. I do see Larry asking if there are fitness facilities on the property, any weight, stationary bikes, universal machines. Absolutely. At the main area at the Las Perlas building around the front desk and the restaurant, you will find our gym, and it's fully functioning. There are weights, there are different machinery there. So absolutely, you are able to do your gym activities on site. And if you're not looking for heavy weightlifting, I will definitely recommend running on the beach. You will definitely get some good workout from there.
We have two groups, Michael. One who love to actually ride their bicycle, and one who likes to kind of like walk and run, around the property. So, I'm pretty sure he can actually find himself with either or, group, and actually have a team there.
Absolutely. And I see, let's make this the last question for the day, just because I want to be respectful of all of your time on the line. But for sites, Asia is asking this question: for sites with community area pools, etc., is there an equivalent to HOA fees? And yes, there are, depending on the community that you're looking for. Again, in that info packet that we're going to send to you, we'll have some of that information. If you'd like more information on the specific communities, do reach out to us at webinar@ecidevelopment.com, as the HOA fees are dependent on the community that you are looking to invest in. And with that, folks, again, we'll have all of the other questions answered to you with a property consultant. Thank you all so much for joining us today for this full rundown of Gran Pacifica. There's always so much more to learn and do. We're going to invite you all to those property webinars, and do look out for our Nicaragua Lifestyle Part 2 webinar, which will focus on life and activities to do outside of the Gran Pacifica property. Thank you so much, Mary and Gio. Do you have any final last words?
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Michael, so much for helping us with this webinar as well. I know that, we're in all different locations at this moment, and it takes a little bit of a work, but it was wonderful. Gio, as always, lovely to have you, to be able to talk to you and see you. Really, truly, everybody who's online, thank you. And I apologize about the earlier echoing, but we got it sorted. Hopefully no more technical difficulties going forward.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
I say thank you. And my last suggestion to everyone watching is, something, go ahead, take the time, come and visit up. I promise you, we're going to have a lot of fun, and we will take you for a tour of Gran Pacifica and the surrounding areas, so you can actually feel at home.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you all. Everybody. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.